Okay. Hi, Brett. Yeah, I'm back live. Hello, Daniel. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the 4 people in the stream watching. Yeah, how are you doing, Brett? How's the audio? Can you hear me all right? Okay, so yeah, we have a topic tonight. If you wanna ask questions, ask questions. I'm gonna answer you. Hello, hello. Hello, Zing. Nasa a nice place. Narcos Kwarto. Kumusta, kumusta? So, yeah, we have a topic tonight. If you want to talk about it, share your opinions, your ideas. If you have any questions, you can always ask questions. Yeah, it's nighttime here. I don't have any plans of sleeping yet. Kumusta ang buntag diya, Zing? Yeah, please let me know about the audio. Thank you so much, Brett, for sharing. I want to know if I am loud enough. Yeah, we have a topic tonight. So, what are the chances of single Filipino women of going to America? Do we really need a man to be able to go to America? Thank you so much for the feedback. Okay. Yep, because this concerns a lot of Filipino women. Because most of the times we are looked upon by other nationalities. Many things said about Filipino women that Filipino women are just able to go to other countries because the ticket is just a man. Okay, so this might be a generalization, but of course, personally, it doesn't hold true. And I know people might not believe that we can always go to America or other top countries on our own. Yeah. Hi, Chu. Good to see you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, you can always let us know from where you are watching. From which country are you watching? I am from the Philippines, who is now in the United States of America. Right? So there are so many ways that Filipinos, especially the Filipino women, will be able to come to America. First is you can come here, visit some relatives, visit friends, or come here to work as a student, or as an exchange cultural worker. So there are so many options that you'll be able to come to other countries aside from marrying a man who is a citizen to whatever destination you are planning to go. And of course, it entails money. It entails expenses. And of course, there are so many documents that you have to provide so that you'll be able to be granted a visa, especially here in the US. So, yeah, I've gone all through that by myself. So, I processed my documents, my papers by myself. I didn't go through an agency because I know going through an agency takes time, expenses, and besides, you will still be the one to secure all the necessary documents that the embassy will be needing. Okay, so it's okay that you can Google. There's a lot of resources that you can find how to be able to come to a country of your dream destination. Okay, so it doesn't have to be somebody who's going to be your passport or your ticket going to that destination. So, if you have any questions about securing a visa, I could always answer that. So the things that you need, that steps that you have to undergo so that you could have a schedule for the interview. So yeah, if you want to ask questions, I could always answer because I experience it myself. And I've read a lot of group chats in different websites about their experience. It's really different when people answer through their experience, how they went through about it, not just through reading, through finding answers in the internet. It's really, really different when you experience it personally. Okay, so, and then you will hear a lot of stories that happened when they were interviewed or when they were processing their papers, and the final stage when they arrived at the port of entry, uh, their final destination. So it's always the immigration officer who is going to decide if you will be allowed entry or not, no matter what, if you have a visa or a special permit to be able to enter the country. It's always the immigration officer who's going to decide, nobody else. So your visa is not a guarantee that you will be permitted to enter the country. So there are people who are only at the airport. So when they arrive at the airport of entry, they will be sent back to the country of their origin if they are not able to pass the requirements or the credentials or the qualities that the immigration officer is or are looking for in you. So if you look creepy and they're skeptical about you, you might be denied. That is why you have to be confident. You have to dress to look decent, because as what most people say, you are already being judged, that you are guilty of entering a certain country because of a certain purpose. So you really have to prove them that they are wrong in their way of thinking, that there is something fishy going on or is going to happen once you are allowed or permitted to enter their territory. Okay, so if you have any questions regarding entering the country, yeah, you could always ask me. Right? So that's one of the reasons. I think I haven't uploaded the video that I took when I was in Manila. There is a certain, no, because the especially here in the US, the visa processing has been changed. It has gone back from the many years back, because I could still remember when my brother came here. When was I think it was in the 80s. Yeah. Um when my aunt invited him to come over to America. Uh he was very young then. So I think he just graduated from the university, and he doesn't want to come here to America, because he knows that the life he was having in the Philippines is way different of what he's going to have in America. So my brother is very fond of traveling, although in the locality in our town, Cebu. All right, so he has a lot of friends. He always go out. He used to go out with his friends, have gigs, but when it was decided that he's going to go to America, he had a hard time. Hello, Maria. Welcome in. Kumusta, kumusta? So, he had a hard time adjusting, but he was able to stay here for 8 years. Yeah, so during that time, you have to take your biometrics and have your schedule. It's the same thing now. When it was when it has eased up a little bit, the previous years, now it has gone back to the old conventional way. So a different schedule for your biometrics and different schedule for your visa interview. So that's what made it more expensive, because you have to, especially for those who are in the province, you have to take an airplane, buy air ticket, going to Manila, because we only have one embassy. A U.S. embassy is in Manila, so you have to fly there, and of course you need to stay in a hotel, or if you have any relatives or friends that you where you could stay, it's much better. You can save up to some of your expenses. However, if you don't have anyone, so you really have to book a hotel. Hello, Cher. How are you doing? Good morning, good morning. Good to see you po. Then, yep. So, you really have to spend. So the expenses that I incurred during that time was almost $600. Yeah, it's good morning in the Philippines. It's evening over here. So so yeah, I need to continue. So yeah, for that visa application alone, you gotta spend um $600. How about your food? And then and then your food, of course, you'll be tempted to, to go to some places as well, and maybe check the malls. And it so happened that this biometrics is located in a certain mall, which I consider is posh. It's located in Asiana. It's a new place in Manila, and it looks poshy to me because not so many people go there, and most of the displays there are one of a kind. They are pricey. Okay, so now it's called the Parkal Mall. It's a new mall, a newly constructed, newly opened mall, and it's really nice. You can always compare it to Hong Kong Mall, to the malls in Hong Kong and other places outside of the Philippines. So yeah, you can find shops like Mary Grace, and other the Ivy. I don't know if you're familiar with Ivy Beauty, or aesthetic something, which is familiar with the movie stars, the beautification, the aesthetics, and so all sorts of things. Now, that's the biometrics. So after the biometrics, you need to wait for another day, another week. It's up to you when you're going to have your visa interview. So it's gonna entail expenses because, yes, as what I have said, you're gonna stay in a hotel. Of course, you need to eat and go to some places. All right, so when I was there, well, even when I was in Cebu, I am always fond of taking public transportation. So I tried their trains, their MRT, their buses. So I go to different places. I went to Baclaran, to Quiapo, and also other, you know, places that famous in Manila. And try also restaurants there. And Mary Grace during that time was famous when I was there. So I tried Mary Grace, and it's pricey though. It's really a nice place, and they serve good food. All right, so now I chose my visa interview schedule 2 days after my biometrics. It's different. They have different procedures because in when I applied for a UK visa, it was just biometrics. You just have your fingerprints, and you face the camera. You don't encounter humans there. You don't interact with anyone, but only the computer and the camera. So you just have to state your name, your birthday, your address, and that's it. It was easy. And then after 3 days, you will get an email or any notification that you prefer. It's either SMS, to get to know the result. All right. So in The US, for when you want to have a visa, it's different. The procedure is way different, and it's more complicated. Hello, Ryan, brother. Welcome back again. Welcome back again here in my stream. Thank you so much, brother, for the support. All right. So after that, they will require you. First, you really have to fill up the DS-160. All the questions are there, and you need to answer them, and you need to remember the information that you entered. If you don't have a really a good memory, you can always take a screenshot or whatever way that you'll be able to remember what you have what information you have filled up in that form. So the S1 160, or the type of visa that you want to acquire. So there they will ask you for documentations that you have to submit, and after that you will get notified that you are um that you have to pay a certain amount. I cannot remember how much was that. What, I think it was $185 for the visa fee. All right, so yeah, so you have to pay for a certain amount. So after that, you will go to the bank. There are designated banks that are accredited solely for American visa. So you have to go to RCBC. And then they're gonna give you a receipt, and then you're going to upload that in the portal so that you will be able to choose a schedule for your visa interview. Right? So then after the schedule, you have to fly to the to Manila to go to undergo those procedures. And yeah, the first thing is that you have to go to Parkal Mall, where you have to have your biometrics. And mind you guys, there's a long queue. I chose the very early schedule at 6:30. No, they open at 7. So I was there already. Good thing that I booked a hotel that was just walking distance. Paul G, hello, good morning. Good morning over there. All right, so that's it. You go to Parkal Mall for the biometrics, and then I chose 2 days after. I chose to have the interview, right? So that's it. So after that, after the interview, right after the interview, you will know if you are approved or being denied a visa, right? So in you have to choose if it's going to be delivered to your doorstep, or you can pick it up from Parkal Mall again. So I chose pick up. Okay, so we'll go to the chat first. Ryan has a question. What made you decide your channel? Actually, um, I never really thought of having a channel, so YouTube was just, for educational purposes for me. I would search videos that um, related to my work. But when I met this guy who was, whom we helped to be rehabilitated, he was in the streets, he was homeless, he was into drugs for more than 20 years, and we persuaded him to be rehabilitated. And when he recovered, or on in his process of recovering, that's when I decided to start my YouTube channel. That was during pandemic 2020. What was that? 2021. Yeah, so because that time I take videos of that homeless guy and I send it to a certain vlogger who is really the main person who convinced him to go to the rehabilitation center. So every time I send him a video, he uploaded it, and instantly in 15 minutes, it had a lot of views. So that I maybe I don't know if that's what really is meant by viral. So it will really garner a lot of views, thousands of it, 15,000, 20,000. So what he told me was, why don't you create your own channel and upload those videos that you were sending me? And then I said, no, I don't really want to start a channel because I know it's a big responsibility, and I was busy with work, and until now, of course, I'm busy. And what happened was, I think it took me how many months pondering and really contemplating if I'm going to upload videos. I really have to create a channel or not. So I tried um I tried my best because I know that it's gonna entail a lot of time when you upload, and I don't want, I as you have observed, I don't really edit my videos. My videos are raw. So I don't edit because I know it's gonna take more time. And yeah, I was thinking if I'm going to upload videos, of course there will be people who's going to comment, and I really have to respond to them. It's gonna take some time as well. So I said, would I be able to do it? Would I be able to perform? So yeah, when when I was convinced, I really had time thinking about it because I don't want to leave my viewers hanging, even just liking their comment, not even responding. At least you'll be able to acknowledge that you have read their comments. And of course, I don't have all the time to to be in YouTube because I'm working. But I made it a point. Okay, a I'm gonna set aside time for this particular video that I'm going to upload. So I'm gonna respond to all those who commented. At least be able to know that I have read those comments. So yeah, I started uploading videos in September. I will not forget that date. It was September 29, and September, October, November, December. And in December, I got monetized. Just 3 months. Because most of my old videos have really great views. 15,000, 30,000. I even had a video who had who has who it had, sorry, it had 1 million views, more than 1 million views, but it's a short video. So yeah, i get I got monetized 3 months from that. And until now, I'm still in YouTube, but I don't really have good revenue here. I haven't had received any since when, I think last year of July. Yeah. So more than a year, almost a year. I haven't received any revenue. Yeah, but I'm grateful also that I have met a few, not really many, a few good people here in YouTube. I don't have to mention their names, but yep. And there are also people who's gonna give you lessons. Not all in YouTube are good people. So you really have to choose who among your followers or your viewers that you would take seriously. Because for me, YouTube is just a pastime. It's not really my life. If I have time, I can go streaming. If I don't have, I'm not gonna force myself. I'm not gonna stress myself just to be, you know, able to do a stream. Yeah. Thank you for that question, Ryan. And after that incident, I had to continue. So since I am a special needs education teacher, I advocate these kids. No? I advocate for these kids, and yeah, of course, stand up to them if necessary. Because as teachers, we are the voice of these kids, especially those nonverbal kids. They can't decide for themselves, although they have their parents, but some parents need also guidance from um, experienced and people knowledgeable about the disorder, right? Yeah, so if you have questions about our topic tonight. Oh my god, maybe I'll just hold the phone because it's at my side table, but it's lower. Hoy RM, kumusta gwapo? Nag-love shout out diha. Unsa na oras sa diha eh? Gabi naman diri eh. Good morning diha. Gabi na diri sa amoa. Sa abo ang bukid. Kumustang trabaho? That's good to know. Maayo kay okay ra ang trabaho. Daghan ang kagkuan. Maraming sahod na. Yeah, so ano daw? Bakit nasa ano? Anong build? I'll just hold this one because the table is so low, so I need to stoop down. My neck is aching. I really had a good walk this afternoon, so and have a stream earlier. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Brother Ryan. Hoy RM, Anong nasa build? Bakit nasa build? Ano yan? Pintuan yan? Ano ba yan? That's the door going outside. Those are my dumbbells. 8 pounds only. Yeah, I walked, how much? Almost 13,000 today. And yesterday was the same. So I hope I could do longer walks. But the thing is, it's getting hot here. I just wanted a cold weather, but not raining, not snowing. Yeah, so that's it. Uh, you don't really, we Filipino women don't really need a man. If you have a good job, if you have a good profession, if you have finances, you don't need a man to be able to go to a different country. And there are so many ways to be able to go to other countries. If you want to work, if you just want to travel and visit for leisure. So, yeah, of course, it has to involve money. Hello, E.T., the troublemaker. The troublemaker or the storyteller. Hello, 12345 USA. Hello. Do you have any questions? Do you have any clarifications? Now maybe I need to get there. Ooh, hello, Cosmo. Cosmo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. I know it's already late in our place. I know it's already late, so you have. I'm sorry, but I appreciate you coming back. I don't have a party here. I don't have a party. Yes, late, same time zone now. Yep, that's the good thing. But bad thing also to those who are in the Philippines and other Southeast Asian countries because it's early morning for them. Cosmo also traveled to the Philippines many times. He's been to Iloilo, to Bohol, to Boracay, to Cebu, and I don't know where else. He's a traveler too. And also Zikman earlier. Zikman goes to a lot of places. To Thailand. That's his favorite destination. And I know Cosmo knows a few Filipino words. Diba? It's good to see you guys. I know some people are not commenting. Maybe they're just in the background. But of course, Trump says I can buy citizenship with million USA gold visa. Lol, and change. Oh my gosh. No, but he's not from originally he's not from America, right? He's from Canada. So it's dual. It's dual and now they're giving taxes to different countries, especially Canada. So yeah, I have friends who have Canadian citizens. Is he from Africa? Oh my goodness, South. Yeah. No. Yeah, South Africa and Canada. But he's got citizenship in Canada. I have read about Elon and also some interesting personalities here in the US, especially the serial killer, Ted Bundy. Oh my gulay. I know Cosmo knows him. Very interesting personality. Yeah, but I'm sorry to say, some Americans are really. I know, you have a great country, but it doesn't mean all the people are great. Each one is different, just like the Filipinos. And I am not a very big fan of American men. I don't see them as the package. I see them individually, just like any other nationality. So even if you're an American, you're from England, you're from Canada, I don't have a stereotype of these people. I look at them individually. Sent his tiny tadpole to Korea. Pop star aiming to get. E.T. knows a lot of things. I don't know where he get all these ideas and all this information. That's why he's a very good storyteller. Yeah, so yes, I have said I always look at each person individually, no matter what your race is. It doesn't hold true that you're from America. You are also great. Yes, this is a great nation, but it doesn't mean everyone is great. Just like the Philippines. Maybe you think Philippines is a rotten country, but not all Filipinos are rotten, have got rotten behavior. And I am always against those people who disrespect any nation, not only Filipinos or the Philippine nation, but all other nationalities as well. Being an American or being a British person doesn't give you a privilege to look down on people. What brilliant don't come from being in any country. It's your. That's what I am saying. That's what I am saying. It doesn't mean that you come from a great country, you're also great. Maybe, maybe, but well, you will get my respect if you respect my people as well. Respect begets respect. Love begets love. So don't start triggering yads. Because sometimes we are not in our good mood and somebody triggers. I know not all of you will believe what one has to say, but it's not my business. We all have opinions. Yeah? We have all opinions of each other's views, of others' actions. And we cannot impose what we think, what we believe in to others. Because we are raised differently, we are different individuals, we are all unique. So, don't me. That's what they say, don't me. Yeah, but there are people who are really, the mentality is like that. Their mindset is like that. We can't do anything about that. We cannot fix how they think. It's just like we can't fix being stupid. Yeah, so it's very unfair that one sample, it's just like in statistics, sampling. So I don't really believe in generalization and that one stands for everyone, speaks for everyone, one speaks for everyone. It doesn't hold true. And then when they say, oh, tell me who your friends are, and I'm gonna tell you who you are. We might have friends who have deviant behaviors, but it doesn't mean that we condone or we are like them. Of course, we might be associated with them, but we still retain our identity. We don't blend in, especially if you are mature enough and you are sensible and prudent enough. No? You have your own way of thinking. Egyptians are still the greatest thinking people because of their ability to solve that defies logic. I don't really, um, I'm not a racist. I don't look up to certain race, but I look up to people. I don't mind their race, what race they come from, but I look at them, as I've always said, individually. Um, with regards to Egyptians, I have encountered um, Egyptians, different nationalities when I was working in Dubai. So I had Egyptian, Indians, Bangladesh, Filipinos, French colleagues, but they are really different. Yeah, I had Lebanese and Americans also, and British people, but I don't have any problem working with them. But of course, I have my opinion on each of these people, and yeah, that's I gained the through observation of these people, how they act, how they behave, and it's really fascinating when you know these people. You will have a better understanding of their psychology. I don't know if if you get my point. Yeah, I love observing people, how they act, how they behave, how they speak, how they think, and how they perform, and how they walk their talk. Because most people I have met are just really good speakers, but not doers. I am not a good speaker, but I do my stuff. I am a silent worker. If I want to achieve something, I set my goal and yeah, and do it. I don't bother people. I don't ask most of the time. I don't ask help from other people. If I could do it, I would. I still remember what my previous employer described me, how she described me. Hello, Lance. I know it's late already. I'm in bed anyway, just trying to stream. And then earlier I had a stream while I was walking. When I was resting from my walk, and now I am also streaming. Yeah, so being here, I had developed a new hobby. Um, I am already doing diamond painting. I went back to reading books because we always go to the library. And I like your libraries here because they're free. And you just have to have the borrower's card or the, you know. And yep, so I went back to reading books, doing diamond painting. Yeah, keeping myself busy. So I could refrain from going to YouTube. Yeah, although I upload short videos, but yeah, I'm making my stay here worthwhile. I travel to places and yeah, doing a new hobby, which is diamond painting. I have done how many? I have finished 3 projects and I have one big project coming. I don't know if I'd be able to finish it as fast as I had finished all 3 projects that I had. Yeah, I made a pouch with a no, with a butterfly design and coasters. I made 2 coasters and left the other 2 with my tiny friend, little friend. Yep. So that makes my day busy. Although I'm most of the time busy. Most of the time I'm busy, but busier. I don't want to be idle. I don't want my mind to, to stay idle because I couldn't imagine. Shih Tzu, brilliant brain. What is that? I only know it's a breed. It's a breed of dogs. Shih Tzu. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll just finish this stream when I reach an hour. I'm kind of sleepy. Oh, somebody got back his thumbs up. It was 10 earlier and now it's 9. It's funny. It's really funny. Um, YouTube is really funny. So a book about strategy. Okay, that's a good suggestion. I'll look up to that one. I still have a book unfinished. I have not read them. Uh, I think I'm halfway. I'm halfway of that book. So it's about America. So at least I'm learning while I'm here. Alright, so yeah, if anybody out there, especially Filipinos, single women, if you have any questions about securing a visa to the US, just message me in my Facebook page, or you can always comment in this live streaming or any videos of mine if you have any questions. How to secure a visa. There are so many different types of visa. I know there are also Filipinos who are already here in the US. Maybe they're working, they're married, or just here for a visit. It depends on what your purpose is. So if you need assistance, I could always give you assistance, and I can coach because I had brainstorming with a friend before I launched my application, my visa application. So I really thought about it, and it wasn't a spur of the moment decision. I thought about it when in fact it has been there for the past 2 years. I just gave my go signal just this year. And my friend had been here too, and she went back to the Philippines last month, but she will be back soon, maybe late this month or early July. All right, so yeah, and she's gonna be. Actually, she invited me to go to New York that time, but I had a hard time going there because I am trying to figure out the schedule, and she was leaving for the Philippines, I think May 15th of May. And yep, I have other I have other plans that time. So I went to Boston before I went to New York. So New York is on its way. I have to book a ticket, a bus ticket going there, and a hotel to stay. And there are so many places to see. So I just want to stay on one place. Yeah, okay. So if you have any questions, but I'm gonna assure you, a man will not give you an assurance that you'll be able to come to America. So if you're a professional, you have a degree, you have the experience, you really don't need to use a person to be able to come to any place that you want to go, especially here in America. And if you find a man that is right for you, maybe an American or whatever nationality, yeah, of course, you can hook up with that person. But of course, it's not always the ticket going to America. There are so many ways. And don't depend on a man. It is always good to have financial independence, not depending on a particular person for something. So, yeah, always be independent in most ways, especially when it comes to finances, because most times that is the root of all arguments, all fights in a relationship. Money is always the root of all evils. All right, so that's it. If you have any questions, you can always ask questions. Just write it in the comment box, or if you don't want it to be public, you can always go to my Facebook page, the same name with this channel. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. So this has been Yads. And see you in my next live. Bye for now.